Join me as I explore the galaxy on Destiny. Hey guys, Bobson6868 here, and today I want to give you guys my thoughts and opinions, what they're doing wrong, what they're doing right on Destiny, at least from what I've seen in the beta. This is by no means my last Destiny beta video, but I kind of want to put this video out, give you guys my thoughts, and I also have 2 Xbox One beta codes, and I want to give those away. I tried to give those away to a follower on Facebook. I asked if anybody wanted one twice, and nobody answered, so I want somebody to get them. Now the beta's ending in a few days, but Saturday morning, well, afternoon I guess, Bungie is actually doing this thing, and I don't agree with it because I don't know how long it lasts, but it says play the beta Saturday the 26th at 2 p.m. Pacific time, and you get an unlock that will carry over to the full retail release. And it's kind of like, well, you know, I played the beta. Why do I have to show up on this day at this time? Maybe it's for a stress test or something, but still, it's kind of cheap. You know, if you got to work, you got to watch your kids, you got some sort of, some sort of something you have to do, and you can't get there. It's kind of cheap to exclude you from this. I'll probably be in bed, so I won't get to do it. I mean, I'm gonna try. I don't know, maybe leave the game on, or I don't know what, and try to get it. But so you guys want to get in on this Saturday afternoon if you can. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be something cheap, I don't think it's gonna be anything great. Also, with that, I'd also like to mention that I did start my own Destiny clan. I don't know if it's a Bungie clan or Destiny clan or what it is, but it's on Bungie.net, and it's called Dipcod. If anybody's interested, we're looking for people. Right now, it's only me. So that would be great if I get some people to join. So let me kind of tell you guys the basics of Destiny. If you're living under a rock and you're like, what's Destiny? So Destiny is a MMO, which is massively multiplayer online game, but it's a first-person shooter. I'm sure it's probably been done before, but typically they're not first-person shooters, and I'm a first-person shooter kind of guy, so I mean this one really strikes a chord with me. And it's brought to you by the makers of Halo, which is Bungie, and so it's hard to not really compare this game to Halo. There's so many things like Halo in it. There's a one grenade kind of reminded me of the Brute Spike. I don't know what all the enemies are called, but one of the enemies, when you see their shadow, it looks like a brute. You've got 2 different groups fighting each other, like the Covenant and the Flood. Kind of fought each other as they were fighting you, and that happens on this too. I don't remember what they're called, but there's 2 groups fighting, and you can kind of you come up on them and they're fighting each other, and you think, oh, there's somebody over there fighting them, and I want to help them, and then you realize it's just all AI fighting each other. But there's a ton to do in this. Besides just missions, there's tons to collect. There's those metal things you can collect. There's these things called ghosts, which actually remind me of I can never remember the name, but it's that thing that was flying around on the Halo games, the little eye thing, and those are called ghosts on here, and they just kind of interact with stuff for you. And there's you can find those around and activate them, and there's loot boxes and stuff you can find, and so there's an exploring aspect, which is kind of cool. You don't always know exactly where to look, or they make a noise though, so you can find them if you listen good enough. And another thing that I thought was really kind of like Halo was they have those ships that drop off the enemies, and they kind of just feel like the ones on Halo, which they did a lot. They just have those ships come in, the ships would shoot at you, and then the alien troops would drop out, and it's a very similar feeling. So I want to talk about the map in general. Now, I don't know exactly what all will be included in the final release, but on the beta, they only have, I think, 4 missions, and they have a free roam. And if I didn't mention it, I'm in free roam right now, where basically you have this giant map, and I mean, it's huge. It takes, I don't even know, 20 or 30 minutes to get all the way across it, probably. But you have to fight your way through a lot of places, and on free roam, these enemies just keep dropping in constantly. Like, if you turn around for a minute, they just already drop more back in, so you plenty to fight, and you can even just boost off doing this, or what do they call it? Not boosting. I can't think what they call it. But you could just keep killing these aliens, you know, getting experience points, and then they drop stuff for you, like guns and armor and bullets, and you know, everything on here can be upgraded. I don't know exactly how the armor gets upgraded, but I know I've had armor upgrades and you can do weapon upgrades, and those are pretty self-explanatory. You know, you get so much experience with a weapon, and then it gets like new attachments and becomes more accurate and stuff like that. So there's always stuff to be trying to do besides just completing missions and beating bosses and just killing enemies for no reason and trying to collect loot. And by loot, I mean there's a money system. Sometimes you get money, you know, sometimes you get weapons, sometimes you get armor, and sometimes you get these things too. I can't remember what they're called, and I don't really understand it, but there's this thing called the Tower. And to me, it reminded me of the Citadel on Mass Effect. It just seemed like the same type of thing. And maybe those are common in MMOs, I don't know. But you get like this, it's almost like a blueprint for a gun or an armor. And you go there and you have to go to this certain person. And I don't understand. I don't know if you have to pay. I'm not sure. And you just go to the person and then you click on it's kind of like the blueprint. I can't think of what it's called. And they basically give you the gun or the armor. So it like just makes you leave the map. And, you know, it takes a while to load between. So it's kind of annoying, to say the least. Now also on this, they do show a moon. So you can go to the moon. In the beta, it's locked. They only show one mission, but I assume in the final version there'll be more than one mission on the moon. But that's all they show, and I hope there's going to be other planets or something, or at least more maps on Earth, because all the missions on Earth are just in the old Russia area, and you know, I don't know if they're going to have more areas. And there's just like 4 missions, and then you can do all these little missions on the free roam, which is okay, but I want to see more. I want more maps, and that's my real hope. If they don't do that, I really don't think this game is going to live up to its potential, because you need more areas to explore, honestly. And this old Russia, I mean, it's just like, it's kind of boring. Like, you know what I mean? It's just hills and dirt, and you know, it's not that interesting. So I hope they're going to have more maps that have, you know, like maybe a forest or, you know, just something. Maybe the moon will be cool too. But they need other planets to go to, more areas of the United States, you know, or the United States, Earth. And there's a loot right there, but you know, I don't know if they're going to or not. And if they don't, I'm really going to be disappointed. But I would definitely recommend, you know, if you have any friends have this game, make a fire team. A fire team is basically like a party, and you're just all cooperatively playing. So if you're on free roam, and say one of the missions is to pick up the stuff that the enemies drop, so what you could do is, if there's other people in the area and they kill them once you start the mission, you can pick it up. I mean, you can kind of work together, but it's not the same. If you do a fire team, all the missions you're trying to do are together, and it's really cool. You know, you can play with friends, and if not, 360 no scope. No. Oh, no. Oh, yep, I got him. I got him with the 360 no scope. But, I mean, you can just run into people and meet people. I already met a couple people on here, and you just kind of interact and play together, and it's fun because everybody in the server is here together, and you can choose to work alone or work with people. And you know, I mean, I guess it could get kind of annoying if you're trying to get your, I don't know what I shot. I hit something there, but if you're trying to get your stats up and then people are like kind of taking your kills and stuff, it can get a little annoying. But you know, for the most part, it's pretty fun. So I think that's probably all I have to say. Just keep going for the no scopes. But if you guys want, there's some more good gameplay here that you guys could watch. And I'm gonna do this side mission. It says event incoming optional, and basically anybody can do it. You can all do it. And what we're gonna have to do is protect this thing while it sends out a signal or something. I I don't know exactly what it is, but basically enemies just keep coming in and you have to protect it. And so there's like 2 other guys here. I was like, oh, I better change my guns because I got crappy guns on for what I'm going to do. So we basically all just work together as a team. This is not competitive in any way. You can't hurt each other or kill each other. Now, if you're interested in that, they do have another section. It's called like Crucial, or I'm not sure exactly what they call it, but it's basically, I don't know what modes they have. I thought they were going to have TDM. I only played it once, and it was a domination match. And what I kind of didn't like is you go in there with your level from like this kind of mode. So if I have this gun available, I can take it into multiplayer. So obviously, it's always going to be the higher levels are going to have a really big advantage. And I also thought the vehicles were way overpowered. They have like this little motorcycle type thing that has a gun on it, kind of like that Brute motorcycle they had in Halo. And they just mow you down so fast. And then they have like almost like tanks that people drive around, and then they have stationary guns. And like always, the vehicles are just so powerful that if you're on foot, you're kind of screwed. And I hate that because I like to be on foot. So I don't know if there'll be modes without vehicles, or there's going to be weapons you can unlock that take out the vehicles. Because I never blew up a vehicle. I don't know. I died a lot, but I don't think the competitive multiplayer is going to be like a popular thing, or it's going to be things people are going to do a lot. I think the free roam and the missions and stuff are going to be more popular, and people are really going to like those. But like I said, that's probably about all I have to say. If you want to watch all this, feel free to. And thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and leave a comment so you can be entered to win the beta code. And if you're really, really ambitious, join my clan. I'd appreciate it. We can play together sometime. But I'll see you guys next time.